Hey, what's good guys and girls, my name is Moose from Chicken Moose and welcome back to another Fishing Planet video in 2025. This is my first video of the year and yeah, hopefully this year has some good things in store for the channel. Last year was super amazing. You guys supported me a lot and yeah, we close to 4K subscribers. Hopefully this year will be around maybe 5 to 6,000 subscribers. So yeah, let's aim for that. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you hit the like button and subscribe. And yeah, let's get into it. So anyway guys and girls, this video is going to be for the beginners who are just starting off in 2025, or anybody who just wants to watch the video to gain some extra tips in case you might have forgotten about some things. So anyway guys and girls, so those of you who are starting off, obviously you will be starting off in Lone Star Lake. Right now I'm at Weeping Willows. This is a lake that you unlock at the high level, but yeah, I'm just going to be showing you guys the basic stuff so you know how to get started in Weeping Willows. So anyway guys and girls, when you first start off, you're going to be spawned in right next to the lake and you're going to follow the tutorials on how to get your fishing rod out and what bait to use and stuff like that for certain fish. So the most important stuff the game does not tell you, but anyway guys and girls, I'm going to be telling you right now. So when you press the pause button, first thing you're going to be looking at is on top, you see you have your map, inventory, shop, mission, sport, clubs and premium. Yeah, the one thing you want to focus on right now is going to be your map first. Why I say that is because once you have done the tutorial, you are going to be on your own, and the most important thing to catching any fish on any lake is the weather. So how do you check the weather? You keep it highlighted on the map icon. You just go over to the left and you have your weather forecast. So once you open it up, you're going to see the waves that are on the weather forecast. The high points is where you want to be fishing at, and you can see they all have different times, and yeah, and the weather is different each day. So what you want to do is, if you want to forward time, depending on what you're playing on, you press X for Xbox and square for PS5. I'm not sure what it is on PC, but yeah, that's how you forward time. So you always want to make sure you are in the peak days. And of course, you need to see what species you're going to be fishing for, so you know what weather to fish in. Some fish like to bite when it is cloudy, some like sunny, some like rainy, some like the nighttime as well. So that's the first thing you want to look for when you are starting off on the Lone Star Lake. Otherwise, you're going to be standing there for hours not catching any fish. And the reason for that is because you are not in peak time. So like I say, just press the square X button, forward your time, and that's it. And remember, you can only skip a certain amount of times. Otherwise, you're going to need premium so that your cooldown time is much shorter for you to forward the time. So the next thing you want to look at is the fish species, which should be here as well on the left hand side. As you can see, this map has 45. Lone Star Lake should have a bit different amount of fish on there. So you want to scroll through each fish, and obviously you need to plan your fishing trip. So if you are going on to Lone Star Lake, do pack the stuff that you need to catch a specific fish. So when I say that, I mean, for example, when you're planning a fishing trip in real life, obviously you know what you're going for, like you're going for bass fishing or whatever it is. So yeah, you need to go to the bass. Say for example, this was a bass, and you look on the right hand side, it shows you the preferred baits, and it also tells you sometimes when do they like biting. So yeah, you can read the bio of the fish, you can check what bait they need, and yeah, that will give you much more information. And of course, I have a bunch of tutorials on how to catch different fish on Lone Star Lake and how to make money. So yeah, you can go check that out as well. Now the next important thing, on the left hand side you have a licenses. As you can see, you have different types of licenses on the left hand side. Licenses are very important. You're going to get the free one when you start on Lone Star Lake, but that is going to limit you on catching certain amount of fish. And if you do not buy the required license and you keep the fish, you're going to be charged with quite a big fine. So make sure you always pay attention to your licenses that you have. But I suggest at the beginning, don't buy any licenses just yet until you get enough money to buy a bass rod or something like that, because those fish tend to get bigger. But if you are going to for like a bluegill and stuff, you don't need to buy licenses. But yeah, make sure that you save up to buy those licenses as well. So another important thing on Lone Star Lake or any other lake, when you reach a certain level, you'll see that you unlock more rods and obviously more money and more baits. I suggest you don't spend unnecessary and you only pack what you need to pack when you're going onto the trip. The next thing I want you to look at on top is the inventory. Now a lot of people get confused by this and they waste a lot of money by doing this. So you get confused by your backpack and your home storage. So when you back out into the menu and you go back to the main menu, that will be your home basically. You will be able to access your home storage and you'll be able to put stuff in your backpack. Now the backpack is the stuff that you carry with you to the lake. So once you press the travel button and you go to Lone Star Lake, you are not going to be able to access whatever is in your home storage. So you better make sure that you put everything that you need in your backpack, because if you leave and go back again, that is going to be costing you money to travel back and forth. So yeah, make sure you pack what you need in your backpack. And then remember, your backpack has a certain amount of capacity. If you want to expand your capacity later on, you can with bait coins, but for now you're a beginner, you won't need to expand it at all. But yeah, just make sure you pack the important stuff in the backpack and you should be good to go. A lot of people make that mistake where they don't pack enough, and then yeah, like I say, at the later stage you're going to be going back and forth and you're going to be losing a huge amount of money. And another thing is, in Fishing Planet, that I noticed that your equipment takes some damage over time. Do not repair it all the time. You can see above my fishing pole over here on the left hand side, you do have like an icon with like something dripping out or whatever. That is the wear and tear of your tackle. Each tackle has that, and if you see it yellow like this, don't worry, you don't need to rush to repair it. Repairing does cost a lot, so I suggest you wait until it turns red and then you repair it at the end. But yeah, do not rush and do not panic to repair your items so quickly. Another thing is, I want to mention to you guys on the top as well, you're going to see you have a shop icon. Now do keep in mind, this is the shop for the lake that you are on. So if you're on Lone Star Lake as a beginner, you are going to be having a shop for Lone Star Lake, which is again limited to the amount of stuff you can get. So what you see in the shop and what you see in the shop when you're at home is two different things. And another main thing you want to know is that it costs a lot more money if you're buying from the lake shop. So yeah, like I say, always plan your trips, pack what you need to pack before you go, and you should be good to go. Now another thing is, as you progress, you're gonna see again on the top, you're gonna have your missions. Each lake has its own missions, but you don't need to do that at the moment. Like I say, if you just wanna level up, you just have to carry on catching fish, buy new equipment, go to the next lake, just like that. But when you level up, you're gonna have stronger gear, but that doesn't mean you need to complete all of the missions in order if you go to the next lake. So I suggest just level up, get some money, and then come back to the lake at the later stage in order for you to catch the fish monsters. Each lake has its own fish monster that doesn't need to be caught for you to go to the next lake. So once you get stronger equipment, you can always come back and get the fish monsters of the lake so that you don't struggle to catch it at the end of the day. So yeah, I don't think I have anything else to tell you guys. That should be about everything. We covered the backpack, the licenses. Fish keepers is basically a fish net. So this is how this works. Is certain fish nets allow you to release some fish, some don't. So there's one that's called a fish net and there's one that's called a stringer. Stringer doesn't allow you to keep the fish, doesn't allow you to release fish. You can only keep them. With these ones, if like with the normal fish net, you're allowed to release the fish in order for you to make some space. So yeah, basically that's it. Like I say, I have a lot of tutorials on a Lone Star Lake. If you guys need to check it out, I have tutorials on how to catch bass, the monster fish as well, and I have hotspot videos on all the other Lone Star Lake videos of mine on the channel. So anyway, guys and girls, that's it for me. There is nothing else I need to. Oh yes, one more thing. A lot of people don't know this, especially some of the experts. So on the left hand side again, you're gonna see these different waterways. Now as you can see, there's different spawn locations. On Lone Star Lake you won't have much, but each one has its own, how can I say, description. So let's for example, Golden Lake. We click on it, it has its own bio, and at the bottom it always summarizes what fish are there in that certain area. But Lone Star Lake is quite small, so you don't really need to worry about check in the locations. You can just basically throw your rods out and catch whatever you need to catch. And yeah, I have a video as well on what hook sizes you can use for certain species. So yeah, that's about it. Like I say, main important stuff is pack enough things in your inventory, check the weather, check the time, and yeah, you should be good to go. You should be well on your way on making money in Fishing Planet. Any guys and girls, that's it for me. If that helped you out, remember to like button and subscribe, and I'll catch you guys in the next Fishing Planet video. Peace.